everybody and welcome to this video on products. In this video, we're having a look at more examples. Now, please once again go through videos 1 to 6 before attempting this video. And do not freak out if it looks a bit more complicated than what you were used to. It is all of those videos being put together in one whole question. So take it one step at a time, and you can definitely do this if you have understood the concepts of the previous videos. So let us have a look at the examples. Please pause it and attempt it by yourself first before watching the rest of this video. Okay, so number 1, we've got x plus 2 squared plus 3 times x minus 1 squared. Now, the first step that would have been the best one to do is write out what is the squared term. So this here is x plus 2 times x plus 2. That's what x plus 2 squared means. And this here would be x minus 1 times x minus 1. By writing it out like this, you can clearly see that it is a binomial, which means that you use the FOIL method. So let's take it step by step and do the first bracket. So F is for first, so x times x, which is x squared. O is from outers, for outers, so x times 2, which is 2x. I is for inners, so 2 times x, which is 2x. And finally, L for last, 2 times 2, which is 4. So then what we're going to do is this part here, we've got the 3 and we've got this. We're first going to multiply the 2 brackets with each other, and then we'll deal with the 3. So the 3, let's leave it out there for now and first deal with what's happening inside the brackets, which is FOIL. So x times x is x squared. Then the 2 outers, x times minus 1 is minus 1x. The 2 inners, minus 1 times x is minus 1x. And finally, the 2 last terms, 1 times minus 1 times minus 1, which is positive 1. Okay, so let us then group our like terms, or, well, it's up to you, but I'm going to group the like terms first. So then this here is x squared. For these 2 will just give us 4x. So those are the only like terms that we have over there. And then this 3, I'm also going to group the like terms, although you don't have to, it just makes the next step a bit easier. So this x squared is by itself, and these minus 1x minus 1x is minus 2x plus 1. So it's just in this step, the like terms, I've grouped them up. So now let us continue. This x squared plus 4x plus 4, we're not going to do anything with it now, so we'll just rewrite it. And then this 3 is now, we'll deal with it. We'll distribute it to every single term in the next bracket. So 3 times x squared is 3x squared. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6x. And 3 times 1 finally is 3. So now what we can do is we can group our like terms and simplify. So x squared plus 3x squared, that gives us a 4x squared. Then we have 4x, and we have minus 6x. Those are both x terms, so it's minus 2x if we add those two. Finally, we have plus 4 and plus 3, which gives us plus 7. So that's our final answer. That sum, that is all it reduced to. Do you see how simple it becomes if you just do it step by step? So let's look at the next one. 3 times x minus 1 times x plus 2 minus x plus 4 squared. Once again, I'm going to first write out that x plus 4 squared. So it's this here I'm leaving as is, and I'm just rewriting this as what it is. It's x plus 4 times x plus 4, because that's what the squared means. And once again, we're first going to FOIL. Okay, so let us start with that. So here, this 3 is going to stay out on the outside. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. Minus 1 times x is minus x. And finally, minus 1 times 2 is plus 2. Minus, keep that minus out, so we still leave it. It's like having almost an imaginary one, so don't leave it out. So then we have x times x, which is x squared, 4 times x, which is 4x, x times 4, which is 4x, and finally plus 16. Oopsie. Let's just turn it a bit. Plus 16. Okay, and now again, I'm going to group my like terms. So this here is 3x squared. The 2x and the minus x just give an x plus 2. And similarly in this one here, I'm just going to group the like terms, which is the 4x and the 4x, which is 8x plus 16. Okay, now let us do the distribution. I'm going to distribute this 3 to every term in the second bracket. So 3 times x is 3x squared, 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 2 is 6. Then I'm going to distribute this minus 1 into every term in the second bracket. So it becomes x squared minus 8x minus 16. It essentially just changed the sign of everything there. Finally, we're going to group our like terms. So we have 3x squared minus x squared, which is 2x squared. We have 3x minus 8x, which is minus 5x. And finally, 6 minus 16, which is minus 10. Okay, I hope that you've understood that part over there. Now let us look at the other example, the last one. So the last one, the question is, and I'll write it here, it's 3 times x plus 1 times x minus 1 minus 4 times x plus 4 times x minus 3. So this one here, again, we're first going to deal with the foiling before we deal with the numbers outside. So I'm going to FOIL this. So this here is 3 times, now I'm foiling, so x times x, which is x squared, x times minus 1, which is minus x, x times 1, which is positive x, and finally minus 1 times 1, which is minus 1. Similarly, let's FOIL over here. X times x is x squared, x times negative 3 is negative 3x, 4 times x is 4x, and finally 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Now what we're going to do is we're going to distribute. Oh, well, you can distribute now, there's nothing wrong with it, but I like to put in the step where I first simplify. Up to you, you'll still get the same answer at the end. So this x and minus x cancel and give us a minus 1. And the 4, this is x squared, 3x plus 4x, minus 3x plus 4x is plus x, and then we have minus 12. You just see that now we have less terms to distribute to. But it's up to you. It doesn't make a difference whether you distribute before or after. So 3 times x squared is 3x squared, 3 times minus 1 is minus 3, minus 4 times x squared is minus 4x squared, minus 4 times x is minus 4x, and minus 4 times minus 12 is plus 48. Now we group our like terms. 3x minus 4x gives us a minus x squared. We only have one x term, which is minus 4x. And finally, minus 3 plus 48 is plus 45. And that is our final answer. Please make sure that you have understood well how to do these 3 questions. And if you have not, please watch previous videos on the individual multiplication techniques before attempting something like this. Thank you.